Hello, everyone. My name is Chen. I'm the Vice President of Globalization for ClassIn. ClassIn is a world leader in hybrid classroom solutions. We serve 50 million students worldwide with our virtual classroom, LMS, and IoT products. The ClassIn interface, no matter you use it on a smartboard or mobile device, it centers around immersive and powerful Blackboard that natively embeds 30 plus teaching tools, from the most basic polling, stopwatches, and quizzes to drag and drop STEM experiments, breakout rooms, and multi-way screen sharing. So there's no more juggling between 8 different Chrome tabs. Beyond the in-class live streaming enablement, our software also carry a messenger and LMS features such as assignment grading, plus a cloud drive to centrally manage all of your course materials and media files. All in all, ClassIn builds the digital infrastructure to hybrid and blended learning.
Sounds great. Thank you very much. So, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what you see as the future of hybrid education.
Great question. So from day one, when our startup was created on a napkin paper in 2014, we have always believed that hybrid is the future of education. The pandemic exposed an ugly truth that our infrastructure for hybrid is somewhat subpar. We were doing mostly remote emergency teaching over sound hybrid instruction. So going into the next decade, ClassIn will devote itself to envisioning hybrid first pedagogies, because what we know is that the learning science for hybrid efficacy is already there. I can give you a couple of evidence for this. Evidence one, there was a University of Salford study in 2016. It's a landmark study that found that classroom design alters students' academic progress over a school year by a staggering 25%. So it is actually the third teacher after parents and educators. The design of the learning environments impacts students both negatively and positively. And I don't think we're paying enough attention, especially in the virtual world, of how a software really influences students' thinking and progress. The evidence number two is that if we do this properly, if we do this in controlled environments, hybrid and blended instruction really works, and they work especially well for the best students. Our company leadership was just in EduTech Asia in Singapore, and one of their best high school and middle school is called Raffles Institution. They just issued a policy of a 4-day school week. Students don't really have to show up on Wednesdays anymore. And guess what? That class, the class of 2021, they did just fine. There's no significant disparity compared to previous classes on the A-level performance. Even inside the US, there's a Chicago Intrinsic School 2017 random control trial that shows hybrid students actually far outpaces traditional classroom students by a staggering 91% in math and reading. So what we believe is that there's no going back. What we can do is to make the experience much more pedagogically aligned and the edtech adoption much easier for everyone involved.
That's great. I love it. So, can you tell me a little bit about related to this? What are some of the most important skills that we should be offering to our students, and how is ClassIn supporting those efforts?
Absolutely. We're a globally deployed technology company, so we do have to dig deep into the policy rubrics of each and every country that we're present in. And astonishingly, what we found is that across cultures and geographies, the skills that we aim to foster in our next generation is actually highly consistent. And there are three major trends that emerged from our research. First is inside the classroom, we want to develop 21st century power skills. Recent research found that 21st century skills are just as strong a predictor of long-term job success as technical skills. The second part of what we would like to develop is to prepare students for lifelong learning, which means after they leave the campus, we need our students to have an inclination to keep learning in an asynchronous format with the resources that they have to now find by themselves. The third part that we like to see in students is to give them access to quality education and making sure they know that this is a human right. We promote educational access and equity beyond the classroom. And when the students graduate and go into society, in either industry or academia, they would have that willingness to share what they've learned with the younger generation all over again and make this a perpetual cycle of upward ascension of human knowledge transmission. How does ClassIn factors into all of these efforts? What I'm most proud of in working for ClassIn is that our products are built to answer these foundational challenges. In terms of developing power skills, we teach these skills and instincts like self-expression, reasoning, empathy, toleration of defeat by invoking activity-based teaching, such as conducting flipped classrooms and rotational models inside the classroom. And ClassIn really is built solely to facilitate activity-based teaching. We decided that the industrial lecture style teaching is no longer going to cultivate a future of education. And our entire product design was really there to accentuate activity-based teaching to the maximum effect. The second part with preparing students for lifelong learning, we need to make a product that helps with collaborative curriculum design, tap into the collective human resource of globalized learning communities to make sure the students' self-paced learning with high quality resources is feasible. Our teacher and product, which is to be launched in 2023, it will become a global distribution and collaboration platform for these course materials. Publishers, teachers, and schools can share and build upon each other's curriculum on the cloud. And lastly, we want to form well-connected learning institutions to give access in quality education to as many students as possible. We want to link schools to local museums, botanic gardens, community centers, scientists, doctors, and industries so that we expand the learning experiences despite these students being physically on campus or even remote. And our ClassIn X product, which is a hardware solution to help with school connectivity, it will surely accelerate that shift towards digitization.
Thank you. That's terrific. So, lastly, what advice would you offer school district administrators, especially here in the US, where maybe they're not as, we're kind of mired in some tradition here. So what advice might you offer to them and giving them some talking points to share with their communities to embrace this kind of education approach?
Yeah, America has a vibrant edtech ecosystem, which I deeply admire. I believe if a product is made out of genuine interest in pedagogy, adopting these products will definitely help with supporting these skills and ideals that we want to achieve. But we need to take steps to make sure that edtech usage, especially in the US, not only is easy and delightful, but also powerful and interoperable. I think that is a foundational challenge facing the American edtech community right now. There's a learn platform data that reports on average, US K-12 teacher uses 143 products every single month. When I first learned about this data point, I was genuinely shocked, right? At one point, this number becomes unmanageable for the vast majority of the teachers that are adopting blended learning. So choosing a platform solution that handle most of these teaching and learning workflow will actually solve this problem. And that's my heartfelt advice.
I love it. Terrific step. Anything you'd like to add in summary?
Yeah, I would just add on something that I've been thinking about recently quite a lot, and that is teaching, if you really think about it, is the most complex human interaction there is. And that is why the classroom products really prioritize power over simplicity, or prioritize wide-ranging capacities over, simple delights. So we will keep on building for connected and digitized learning and keep bringing more classrooms to life.
Perfect. Thank you.